This is Our League, an introduction to Canada's Grey Cup and the CFL. On the Canadian Football News Network, with CFNN anchors Celia and Kyle, special features reporter Margot, technology reporter Isabella, and Little Earl.
Welcome to the Canadian Football News Network.
Our program takes an informative and fun look at the Canadian Football League and the Grey Cup.
On today's segment, we are going to discuss the impact that the Canadian Football League has on Canadian nationalism and community.
Little Earl will show us a few other differences between Canadian and American games of football.
My special feature today will be on the Grey Cup and its impact on Canada.
And our technology reporter, Isabella, will explain how the latest hardware and software is making an impact on football scouts.
As we all know, the CFL stands for Canadian Football League. In the United States, their professional league is the NFL, or the National Football League.
In our segment on the rules of football, we learned that the CFL has 3 downs or attempts to advance the ball at least 10 yards. This is the biggest difference between the CFL and the NFL, because the NFL has 4 downs or tries.
Let's go to our Ace Field reporter, Little Earl, who's going to tell us some of the other differences between the two leagues.
Another difference between the CFL and the NFL is the size of the playing field. The NFL field is smaller, and the goalposts are in a different spot in the end zones than in the CFL. In Canada, each team has 12 players on the field, while in the NFL, each team has 11 players on the field. Now, these differences, along with a few others, help distinguish the CFL from any other professional football league. Remember, everyone, this is our league.
Thanks, Little Earl. I was wondering about some of that stuff.
Earl, it seems that the number of teams in each league are very different, too. Tell us more.
Sure, kids. The United States has about 10 times as many people as Canada. Because of the population differences, the U.S. is able to have more teams in their sporting leagues. That's the case for professional baseball, basketball, and football, too. The National Football League has a whopping 32 teams. Compare that to the CFL, that has 8 teams right now. However, the city of Ottawa will be joining the league again very soon, boosting league numbers up to 9 teams in Canada.
Thanks, Little Earl. We now are more informed about the CFL in general.
It's time for Margot's special feature on the Grey Cup, and it's a good one. Here's Margot in the field.
The Grey Cup is the CFL's championship game. It is also the one day of the year where everyone has big plans to get together to watch the game. Did you know that the Grey Cup is watched by almost half of all Canadians? That's more than any other TV show. It brings Canadians together to cheer on their favorite division championship team, and it really is a show of national unity by all Canadians. The Grey Cup is also played in a different city each year. Fans come from all over Canada to support their team. They wear their team's colors and take part in Grey Cup festivities of all kinds. Each city has their own unique festivals, parties, and gatherings where fans can get together and celebrate Canada's national game in grand style.
Wow, I'm excited for this year's big game.
So am I. Let's now go to our technology reporter, Isabella, for another cool feature. Thanks, guys. CFL and NFL have always had a friendly relationship, and today's technology makes that relationship even cozier. CFL and NFL scouts use the latest technology, including software and specific programs, to keep track of every single player. This includes pro players as well as college players in the States and Canada. Scouts will have databases compiled on players, including their strengths, weaknesses, injuries, and other factors. When it comes time to check out a player, they can easily get a report to management and then decide on future steps. It's another example of how technology is making the CFL an even greater game. Very cool, Izzy. That's all the time we have for today's segment. So let's review what we learned today.
We learned that a CFL is a unique game only played in Canada,
and that the NFL is the National Football League played in the United States.
The biggest difference between the CFL and the NFL is that there are only 3 downs in the CFL and there are 4 downs in the NFL.
And we learned that the Grey Cup game is watched by almost half of all Canadians, and it's a big festival.
That's all the time we have for this segment.
Tomorrow we'll have another exciting edition for you with a big build-up to the upcoming Grey Cup game. Bye for now.